You would think freaking such a freaking big company that it wouldn't be such a problem. But whatever, dude. Anyways. I got the only time I ever get anybody in any of my chats, it's always bots trying to sell me stuff or promote other streamers to my nobody that's watching. Alright, bro. Thanks for watching for a brief moment, I guess. Even though you're not really. So which squirrel will we phase on first? That's the question. I think it's going to be the little squirrel. I was happy when I finally got my Tree Shake Star Sparkle shiny, my wild, or my marked Star Sparkle shiny through Tree Shaking, that it was an uncommon mark. Pretty sick. Dude. When that thing appears shiny, it's gonna be pretty exciting. Not gonna lie. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pretty exciting. I didn't know for the longest time that you could actually get this from trees. I thought it was a rumor. I wonder if there's any more ones that can come from tree shaking that I don't know about. Because I'm pretty sure the list is super tiny. It's like Squovit, Greedent, Applin, Flapple, Appleton, Cherubi, Emolga, and Munchlax. I'm gonna look it up, make sure there isn't the other ones that I missed. See if Cerebi has all the Pokemon listed. Yes, it does. So, Squovit, Greedent, Truby, Squovit, Truby, Applin, Emolga, doesn't list the expansion zones, though. Not in the main article. Claims to say everything you can catch in each zone, but okay, this article is it's written so badly. Alright, I'm giving up on this for now. That article's written bad. Anyways, I'm gonna assume I know all of them, alright? But if I discover another one, like if somehow you can shake a tree in a freaking Pupitar or something falls out, I'm gonna go get that. It makes sense, like it's a little like a cocoon-y type thing. There's a lot of things that make sense to shake out of trees. Cocoon, Matata. Dude, I can't remember. Metapod. I was gonna say, I can't remember the second freaking level of Caterpie, but there's all kinds of things that would make sense to come out of trees, like Heracross. I don't know why he doesn't. Or Pinsir. Or a bunch of bugs for that matter. Like, Ninkara, since I think he's supposed to be a cicada. Based on a cicada. Yeah, lore-wise, they could have put a bunch more Pokemon in the trees. Open up that pool of ones with cool reverse sparkle types and stuff. That being said, it's probably better that there aren't, because tree shake hunts are pretty bland. It'd be better if you could just forego getting any items at all. It would just be like, do you want to kick the tree instead? Make the Pokemon fall out? And you'd be like, yeah, sure. Boom! Just give it like a little side kick. Boom. Pokemon comes out immediately. But no. You gotta work for it. You gotta work for it. Dude, I want them to hurry up and come out with that, freaking Man vs. Machine update for Team Fortress. I'm getting pretty impatient now that I got all the items ready that I want for it. I was strongly considering making a complete collection of all Rotom cards that are available in rare to, you know, the highest rarity. Because they're not super expensive. I think the most expensive one is like $15. So I could get all of them for not that much and then frame them up and just have like a complete collection of them. And then when new ones come out in a set, I can actually get those cards and collect those too. That could be kind of fun. I wanted to actually open up the shiny Rotom, but I didn't realize how rare it actually was. Because I opened up quite a few packs with Theo. Me and Theo opened up a bunch of Shining Fates. We got some cool shiny stuff. I think he got like a Rillaboom and Cinderace and stuff. Shiny, but just never Rotom. I think the only cool Rotom card I got was actually a reverse holo. And it ended up getting destroyed by a dog, which is the only card ever that got chewed up by a dog. That was just weird. I don't even know how that happened. That being said, it was a dog that was visiting, so I haven't owned dogs that chew up cards. It does make you start to believe the kids that said their dog ate their homework. I'm sure that did actually happen a couple times. Just became a cliche excuse. I was supposed to do Dynamax Adventures with my sister and Theo last night, but she flaked out. I think she flaked out like the last 4 or 5 times. I asked her if she wanted to. She was always like, yeah, we can do that. And then I just never hear from her. This time I did hear from her, and she had an excuse. That's whatever, but a little disappointed. That would be fun. I was going to actually stream it for the first time, because usually we don't stream it. We just sit on a phone call together and strategize on whatever we're going for. And if we actually could pull some viewers, I could get a fourth in with one of you guys. And that could be fun. I don't think we had any legendary we were consistently going for. I think we were going for Xerneas for a while, but I think I accidentally overwrote the Xerneas spot with something else. Because Theodore really likes Xerneas. I think Xerneas looks cool. Which I agree. Pretty cool looking legendary. I never was that big a fan of legendaries, honestly. When I was a kid, I always thought they were like cheating, basically. So I never used them. But I got them because I much rather it was like my starter. Actually, what I was obsessed with was Pokemon that had dual types and 3 evolutions. And that's why I ended up liking pseudo-legendaries so much. Because I think with the exception of 1, I think they're all dual types. I think the only one that isn't a dual type is Goodra. I have to look it up, actually. I'm talking about like their final forms, because oftentimes their base form is not. That makes me want to check. Well, this is ranking them, so I might not talk about their types. Yep, monotype. The only monotype. Look, right at the very beginning, it ranks Goodra as the worst in this article and says it's the only monotype. Now, I like Goodra, but it is the only monotype. Which makes it lose some points in my eyes. But that being said, though, I do like Goodra, and I do have. I don't know if I ever evolved it. I definitely hunted it. I just don't know if I like fully evolved it. Let's see if we have it. Goodra. These are all my fully. What the heck is this doing here? Okay. And I got a random Rowlet in here? Oh. Dude, my box is all messed up. These are supposed to be like all competitively trained and stuff. Huh. Okay. Look at this beast. Let's go. Shiny Zygarde, you're jealous. You're jealous. You can admit it. It's okay. Alright, I don't think I have it evolved into a Goodra. I think it's still a Goomy. But let's check for Goodra first. Yeah, see, I don't have it, so I think it's still a Goomy. I think it comes from Force to Focus? There he is! And a level ball. Yep, Force to Focus. So yeah, we like him. He's just not like top tier. The only thing I don't like about it is it's very drippy. It kind of seems adult content. I don't know. It's strange. It's a strange concept of a Pokemon. It's a little inappropriate feeling for a kid's game to me. You even have the ability Sap Sipper. I don't know. It's all just it's questionable. I'll just say it's questionable. Come on, Munchlax. Munchlax would be a cool one. I don't think I would add it to my shiny curry hunting team. Unless it had, like, some extra layer of rarity, like a Recluse Mark Reverse Sparkle type. But that's the thing, even if it had the Reverse Sparkle type, I have a Reverse Sparkle type Tree Shake shiny with a Mark. That's my Applin. So it's hard to beat that swag rarity, you know what I mean? It would have to be Reverse Sparkle type and a rare Mark to qualify for my swag curry hunting team. We could switch to our curry hunt, actually. Let's try and wake Theo up, see if he can get a macro of a Charizard curry. That'd be pretty sick, actually. But I usually only curry hunt when I'm doing other things, like I'll be like watching TV or a movie or something like that. Speaking of that, me and Theo went and saw Project Hail Mary. I liked it. It was good. I recommend it. The pacing and the everything is like feels very intentional to like build emotion and world and everything. Doesn't rush, so it is a really long movie, but it like explains things in ways that a lot of movies don't these days. A lot of movies are just like, it works because it does, alright? It's a movie. And a lot of it, like, obviously if you're like a scientist or whatever, you probably would be like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. But if you're not a scientist, you just go like, yeah, sure, I can see that working. Which is better than just like, for instance, like Marvel movies where they're like, alien planet, everyone speaking English, never explain it. Moving on. You know what I mean? It's a movie. Get over yourself. Okay. I'm over myself. Officially over myself. Try to figure out what I would like most out of all the different hunts I'm going for in this game. Fisherman Mark, Dratini, Tree Shake Munchlax, 2% Dreepy, Recluse Mark Rotom, Curry Shiny. I mean, I obviously would like the Curry Shiny the most, but... or Recluse Mark Rotom. But in terms of, like, likeliness and how long it's going to take, I think this is the one that would be the easiest. Yep. So we should probably go with the one that would be the easiest. Because we're not even going for, like, a mark or anything here, you know? It's just a 10%. Been there, done that. You know? It's not impossible. Gonna have to make some more coffee in a second here. We're already out. Alright, next Munchlax encounter, we're gonna go make a coffee. Come on, Munchlax, I like coffee. Let's go gambling. I also need to go back to the lab at some point because I want to get all the starters shiny and leaf green, and I know that's going to take eternities. And then I have a bunch of other hunts that I've put down I need to pick back up, like the legendary dogs and Soul Silver, the legendary genie in white. I still need to complete my shiny charm in Pokemon X and Omega Ruby. Ooh. We got a lot to do. But we're not going to worry about any of those ones on DS until we get our capture card modded new 3DS back. Which who knows when that'll happen. Should be in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Or 1 to 3 weeks. Yeah. But I mean, if we got it back sooner, that would be... In fact, I might go check the mail when I go to make my coffee. We got a Theodore, and we love him so much. Munchlax. No, I thought it was gonna be because I said it out loud. Yeah, we're gonna go to church today, and then a work friend of mine sent me a sermon that I think I'll pull up and listen to while I'm at work. Because I like to have some words of God flowing into my brain while I'm working. Which is good for the soul and the mind and the... all that stuff. Call me crazy. Assuming he's not some kooky guy. But I mean, he's not a kooky guy, so I don't think he'd be linking any kooky guys. I need to go back and listen to that sermon that Ken sent me as well. I was a little bit leery of it because I think it's one of those dudes that talks about prophecies or prophesizes or something, and that always weirds me out because I'm always like leery about false prophets and stuff. Well, we got a visitor. We got a visitor on the stream. Well, look who it is. It's our one and only... Whoa, that just maxed out the mic. It's our one and only Winifred. Oh, she's so sweet. She's got her swag little vest. And Win always wears clothes pretty much year-round because she's very petite. She's a petite, sweet little miss, and she gets real cold. So unless I want to watch her shiver all day, which I don't, I put some clothes on her. I'm probably going to buy her some more because she's only got this one little nice vest, I think, at the moment, besides like a little sweater. I think a sweater is good. Hey, Punky Punk. Whenever you want to wake up, you got an Easter basket, my guy. It's waiting for you. The Easter Bunny came. You broke into the house. What was that? Why were you up at 2 a.m.? You just couldn't sleep? You were throwing up? What the heck? Well, we ate all the same stuff, so I don't think it's that.
I think I got semi-food poisoning.
From what? We ate... All we had was pizza. I don't think you had food poisoning. It might be a stomach bug, maybe.
From what?
From being exposed to somebody with an illness, bruh. But I don't feel bad, so hopefully you don't get me sick. Not a good way to spend Easter. Well, if you're not feeling better, you might just have to watch the Easter service, which would be pretty disappointing because I like to go there in person. But I guess we'll see. Were you able to get back to sleep easily? That's good. I guess it won't bother you to wake up because I don't think you're lying. I don't see why you'd have an incentive to do that. Well, when you're feeling up to it, you got a basket waiting for you. Apparently Theodore was not feeling well last night, and hopefully he didn't get me sick, because I don't like calling out sick at work, because I have like a guaranteed overtime type job, but your sick time only covers up to like standard full time, not overtime. So if I call in sick a week, I basically lose 5 to 10 hours of pay for that week, which kills the paycheck. So it helps actually, because I ordered some airborne to try and keep my immune system up, and I ordered one of them and they sent me 2 of them. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm good for a while now. I've actually only used one because I got like a tickle in my throat, but I have a pretty good immune system in general. I put my legs out straight, so Wynn's kind of like laying on a decline, and I don't think she's very comfy. I'm sorry, Wynn. You should go lay down with Theodore. He's got a fluffy blanket, and I don't think you can get his human illness. I don't think that's a thing. Still waiting on that Munchlax to go get a copy. Dude, you have stomach problems way too often. You kind of remind you remind me of me and Cole. Cole had issues too. And, it's not the best. If you really do still have sensitivity to lactose.
I don't think it's that.
Well, dude, I've never met a kid that has diarrhea as consistently as you do, man. You should take it seriously. It's bad for you. It makes you dehydrated and stuff. Not to mention, it's just annoying to clean up the toilet after you explode all over it. Not that that's the most important thing. It's obviously not. Couldn't quite hear you, Theodore. Cole was he used to go straight to the bathroom every time, right after we had dinner, every time we had dinner, sometimes before we were even done eating dinner. And we were starting to think maybe he was bulimic or something. Huh? One more time? Oh. I always mix up bulimia and anorexia, but either way it means throwing up. One means that you throw up from a compulsion, and one means you make yourself throw up by putting your finger down your throat. But either way, it means that you go and throw up after meals. And usually people that do it are people that are, they want to be skinny. Or they have like some like negative perception of food or whatever. Muslims? I do not think they do. not something I've ever heard before. I think you might be making it up, my guy. Dude, you're talking straight up to the couch, so I can do that. Okay, but there's a difference between fasting and making yourself throw up, Theodore. Those are two different things. Fasting is just choosing not to eat for periods of time, which it actually talks about in the Bible, and that's fine. You know, it can be bad for you if you do it for too long, but making yourself throw up is always bad for you. Puts like those, there's like stomach enzymes and stuff into your mouth. Can cause problems. Real bad problems, actually. Make you real sick. I think it can even like weaken your heart. Something like that. I'm telling you guys, when I set a goal before I go get a coffee or something of getting another Munchlax, that's when it's going to take 14 eternities to get another one. Because that's just the way the world works. So Theodore, in my chat, the only messages I've gotten besides the one day that your Uncle Kevin jumped in are bots coming in and trying to sell me stuff or advertise other streamers. And I'm like, why are you trying to advertise other streamers in the stream with nobody in it? Seems a little goofy. Somebody I never heard of before. I'm sure somebody not popular. Unless they wouldn't feel the need to have bots advertise them in other people's channels. But yeah, one person was like, collab with this person, and this person said, go to this website, and this person said, I can get your viewers up to 800. I'm like, I do not want bots, Sam I am. I just want to have a small community of people to chat with about Pokemon and other things. That's all I'm really looking for. They don't even have to give me dollars. They can if they want to, though. I'd gladly spend said dollars on irresponsible things. Or responsible things, one of the two. How you feeling right now, Punky? Just tired? You don't have a tummy ache? I'm telling you, this Munchlax don't want to show up just because I set such an arbitrary goal. It's like, nah, you never get coffee again. I'm like, that's not nice, Munchlax. Why can't you just let me have a coffee? I think I'm going to catch it in a heavy ball, though. I think it matches the best. And also, evolve into a heavy Pokemon, but I don't think I'll evolve it. I like to keep them little. Because once you evolve them, then it kind of takes away the mystique of where you got them and all that. Because I don't really battle with them. Speaking of battling with them, I was thinking about it, and I haven't looked into it, so I was just kind of thinking about it. But I know that Pokemon Champions is supposed to be coming out on like the 7th or something. And I think going forward, all competitive Pokemon until Generation 10 comes out is going to be done on Champions. So what I'm wondering is, are they gonna just stick with like terrestrialization and stuff like that, or are they gonna like put like megas and stuff like that in there, just willy-nilly? Be like, okay, in this one we're going to have Dynamax, and in this one we're gonna have megas, and in this one we're gonna have Z moves. That would be weird. That would make it to where you had to like be like an expert on everything to compete. You had to be like, because like from one month to the next, you could be like, all right, well now we're doing Z moves. I never played Gen 7, so I'm lost here. You know what I mean? That would be crazy. But in terms of shaking things up and balancing and stuff, I suppose it'd be really interesting. It'd be hard to deny that. I know they're gonna have the new megas from ZA in Champions, so I guess if they wanted to, they could just be like, yeah, let's do a season of megas. I could see him doing that. Of all the gimmicks, the one that's came back the most is megas. I think that's the most popular. There we go, there's the Munchlax. In terms of Japanese culture, I've noticed it's all about popularity. So if something's popular, they'll bring it back. I got a coffee! And now we get a shiny. That's the way it works. Alright, Win wants to come back and make another appearance on the stream. Say hello, Winifred. Winifred. The best dog in the world. This one over here is also good too. I love her. She's a little bit of a beastie beast. But she's a sweetie pie. Hello, Win. Hello, Win. Are you a dog? Are you a cute doggy dog? Did you know that I love you? I love you, Winifred. Very sweet. A very sweet girl. Alright. I feel the phase coming. I'm not saying we're gonna get to Munchlax. That's unlikely. But I feel a phase coming up. A phase coming up. Coming up, phase. 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 Oh, phase. Cotton candy cake. Go. Let me see that phase right now. Cotton candy sweetie, go. Let me see you face right now. I feel a face coming up. A face coming up. Why are you licking me, Dogadoo? I love you, but I don't want your stinky breath on me, bruh. It just ain't my jam, dog. Alright. I'm getting a little bit bored, so we're going to change things up. We're going to switch to our tried and true hunt. The Recluse marked Rotom hunt. you're curious on why I have anything specifically here, I used to do KOs. The KO method back when I thought that it worked, and I had pickup Pokemon on my team so that I could get free items while KOing everything. Again, back when I thought that that did something. We all did. For like multiple years. And little did we know that it didn't do nothing. It only works with brilliant spawns. That being said, I've KO'd Rotom over 999 times. So if a brilliant spawn does appear, which I think there's a 3% chance of, that brilliant spawn is gonna be, what do you call it? My brain's not working right now. Oh dang, perfect weather, let's go. It's the exact weather we needed. That's pretty sick, I ain't gonna lie. Dude, I don't usually play with sound. These Pokemon are so noisy. As you go past them, you're like, ah, yeah, raw. Crazy. Alright, let's update our stuff here. Pokemon Shield. Right, let's get it updated. That one should already be updated. Whoa, I'm hitting buttons by accident. Hang on, hang on. Dude, I love all the music in Sword and Shield, even though I don't ever listen to it. It's quite good. Junichi Masuda and all the other composers. Freaking pretty brilliant, man. Very iconic music. Alright, so we updated all of our stream titles and everything. And now we're going to go for something even kookier. So, the way I hunt them is I use a lightning rod Pokemon in the front. And since he moves super quick, I like to do it in the rain, not the lightning. Both have good odds, but in this one it's easier to avoid the Pokemon because they move slower. If you do a thunderstorm, then they got Noiverns, and the Noiverns will chase you to the ends of the earth. These Pokemon are a lot easier to avoid. And then I'll either zip over to him if the coast is clear, and that coast was clear there until the Aquanid appeared, or I'll just ring my bell and get them to come over to me. One fun fact about Rotoms is they do glitch into walls. And sometimes you can get them to come back out, but sometimes they get stuck behind the wall. So, I'm sure we'll probably see that happen. Oh, you got your basket? Yeah. I got you some cool stuff, dude. That's like that would be fun for fidgeting, you know, make little stuff. Try not to make a huge mess with it. It didn't seem like it was super messy. He was digging into his Easter basket. Dang, I got a lot of spawns right now. Tough to get in there? Probably want to just dig your finger through the back cardboard, maybe. If it's thin enough. I think we also have scissors somewhere. Or a knife, if you're careful. Our ultimate 100% best case scenario, what we want, would be a wild Star Sparkle shiny Rotom. But that's 1 in 6 million with a shiny. So, unlikely to happen. But secondarily, we would like a Recluse marked Rotom. Because we do not have a Recluse marked Pokemon in Sword and Shield at all. And that's the game that they introduced marks. They're getting it in that game. And we do have the Mark Charm, so it makes it 1 in 300 instead of 1 in 1,000, something like that. And we've gotten over 300 shinies, I'm sure, by now. So. Anytime now. Of course, it also could just never happen. That's also possible. But, whoa, something spawned in that was noisy. But as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to odds, as long as you never give up, it will happen eventually. Even if it's a super, super long time from now. It will happen eventually. It's like a Rice Krispie treat, kinda, huh? You're gonna eat it? The way it shows it on the packaging is you can like mix them together and make things. Like it had like a ice cream cone on the top. Alright. We have pretty good luck when it comes to Rotoms, though. I mean, we've gone up to like freaking 2 or 3 weeks without getting one, hunting for it every day, but feels like we get them pretty consistently, the shinies. And we don't save them if they don't have a Recluse mark. Or I guess a really cool rare mark, because we only have 14 fastballs, and that's what we want to catch it in. So we stopped keeping them, because we had caught probably, I don't know, close to 200 at this point. And we were trading them for fastballs, but nobody trades in this game anymore. But if you guys want one, and you see me catch one, 2 fastballs, count them 2, refund my ball, give me 1 extra, a shiny Rotom could be yours. Huh? Yeah. It's good stuff, man. I only got good stuff. And I thought those peels looked pretty cool, because it's like you get layers of gummies off of it, like you're peeling flower petals. They look kind of cool to me. So it's like a fidget toy and candy at the same time. Ba, 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 la, 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 la. Now, if you guys were to witness me getting a Star Sparkle, dude, I feel like I got drift on my controller right now or something, or I got a macro turned on or something. I don't think I do, though. Ideally, if I just stay around this grass patch here, and the other, like, one in the corner, they're less likely to glitch into the wall. But eventually it gets all filled up with other stuff. like Dittos and stuff. And mostly like Seismitoads and Gallipods and Aquanids. And once I stop getting consistent spawns, then it's time to dip. My hand, look at what's up on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Okay, there's one more over there. Never mind, it despawned. That was a shiny right there, you guys, that just despawned. Kind of messed up that it would take away my shiny like that. That was a shiny marked Recluse, star shiny, other rarity things. Wasn't brilliant. I couldn't lie and say. Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe the brilliant aura hadn't showed up yet. Maybe it was literally the rarest possible combination. Was it fun? Can't really hear you, bro. What? Yeah, I added Kick into the mix because I was watching somebody who was commenting on streaming, and they basically said that if you're going to stream, Kick is the best one to stream on, not for visibility, but for revenue split. So if you're going to take the time to stream, you should always include Kick, because Kick, if you do get any traction, gives you the best revenue split. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. I mean, if I can multi-stream, I'm not like contracted with any company or whatever. Might as well just set it up to stream on one more platform. Whoa, I see a brilliant one over there and I want to go get it. Because that one actually has increased because of all my hard work. I've only ever gotten one brilliant one shiny. Just one. Summon. Service. And we're gonna watch a basketball. Yeah, dude. Of course. We'll see how you're feeling, man, but if you're not like contagious or whatever. If I'm not sick, if you still are sick, then it might be a bug, and I don't want to go expose a giant church of people with it, but yeah, we'll have to figure it out. Maybe it's better not worth the risk. We'll get you a code for our Easter egg, man. Just kidding, it'll be outside, I'm sure it's probably fine. Just don't yeah, maybe you'll get them sick. Kids at the park. I know how you are. I got 2 brilliant spawns there. Pretty rapid succession. That's true, none of them work, but so I had that chance. This stone right here, though, you guys, this is the one that this little wall here in the corner is where they often glitch into. So you may see the wall glitch. Very common. I've been hunting shiny Rotoms in this game for like 6 years. So save it. I didn't get you super expensive. I got you a nice spread, you know what I mean? I am obsessed with Reese's. But yeah, I need to get some shinies so I can get some clips. I thought about clipping up yesterday where I talked about when I got my marked star shiny from tree shaking. Then I just didn't feel like doing it at the time. I still can. I can still clip it up from yesterday's stream and put it out there and see if anyone even cares to listen to my ramblings. Seems worth a shot. But I do know that actual shiny clips will probably get better traction. And potentially get people over to Jaboy's stream, you know what I mean? Getting maybe any kind of growth until I can collab with another creator. I was actually researching if you participate in other Shiny Hunters communities and then they see that you're streaming, they may want to collab with you and stuff. And I'm like, that's true. But also just, it kind of feels icky, you know, being like, hey, I was in your chat that one time, you should host me, whatever, you know. They feel. They just feel like organically comfortable with it, noticing it, but anyway. Without me asking, I don't think it's likely for them to follow me back / notice me streaming, so unless I self-promo myself in there, I just don't really see that being a way to get something going. And I think it's probably not the end of the world, but I think it's ever so slightly scummy. Oh dang, I accidentally did a grass encounter. Orange! I would actually like a shiny Cramorant. The goofy, goofy guy. Look at that goofy guy. You don't know what? A sword. A rainbow sword. A pride sword. Called Pride, sir. A zesty sword, if you will. That's my favorite thing about language. We keep changing what words we're allowed to use, so that people take the words that are like true. But we're like, okay, you're no longer. Yeah, Pikachu that got ran over by a car. But it's like, yeah, you're no longer allowed to use this word because people find it offensive. So then they find a different word and use that in an offensive way since they're not allowed to use the other one. And then they go, okay, now you also can't use that one. So now we're going to invent this new word to mean something. And then you go, okay, well, now I'm going to take that one and also use it offensively. And they're like, okay, well, that one now you also can't use. Why can't I just insult you if I want to? As you guys can see, I have a lot of practice when it comes to zipping around and getting these dudes, because I'm just freaking juking all these other Pokemon spawns like I'm freaking a foosball player. What's up, fellas? One of y'all want to be shiny? I think they might want to be, Theodore. You don't get to speak for them, okay? He was very mean-spirited. I got the shiny. He said he was gonna do a shiny for Ditto, which he claims is his favorite Pokemon, and then he never went to get a shiny hunt. And I told him the best place to do it, on that little island. On the island. That's your SpongeBob Easter Bunny.
He was the same price as like a generic.
Freaking rabbit. And I was like, well, why wouldn't I just do SpongeBob? Boy, this guy appears to be solid. I don't know why they do that, man. The hollow bunnies that they do now, where it's like, this is 0.1 ounce of chocolate, and then, you know, a bunch of air. No, I don't actually. How dare you even suggest it?
I was thinking about buying
All the, are collecting, like, of, like, all the rare
ones and stuff.
and putting it in, like, a little frame on the wall.
Do you think that'd be cool?
And they're not super expensive. I think the most expensive one is like $15. Most of them are like 60 cents or whatever. It's not that popular, apparently. But he's popular in my heart. I'm starting to get a good feeling. What do you think, Theodore? That's what I expected you to say. 'Cause you're a hater. Around here, right? So you're probably... I don't know. I'm a little leery just because of if you're sick or whatever. And if you're sick, I should probably have some emergency. But I don't know if you're actually sick. Seems like all the time because you have a weak baby stomach or something. Or something? That's fair. Pretty sure it doesn't say that. That goes for that, and it doesn't work in there because I think I have a few to replace. It's in the little center folding hatch thing. I'm not sure easy. I gotta figure out. Oh, what do you call it? I gotta figure out which platform we're gonna watch the game on. Or not a subscription, like a free trial for it. But then, like, it wouldn't even let me sign up for it.
So last time I did HBO Max.
But I only had HBO Max for 7 days, and it's been longer than that. So I already used my free trial on that. But I used a free trial through YouTube, so I can get another free trial through Hulu or something, maybe. I don't know. Trying to spam the free trial. Huh?
You're supposed to peel them off like petals of
Flowers, I guess. That's what it looks like in the thing. Dang, dude. You got a lot of spawns in this area. Dude, I'm like tracking this corner here. It's making my camera. Oh, here's another person spamming in my chat. Another bot. What are we talking about? Banned. Advertise somewhere else, loser. What am I not supposed to do though? Why do you keep saying I'm not supposed to do? What did I say? You have that in the picture. Well, what do you do? That's stupid. It's called peels. It says peelable. It says it right on the package. Gummy tulips, peelable. Yeah, they're not. It's not at all peelable. What are you? Huh? Look at it. It's just one solid thing. Are there different kinds of it, maybe? What the? Yeah. Have the FCC pop in and be like, change the name of this, change the packaging, and you change your life. Turn it around. You better change everything. Hey, Aquanet, bruh. Not interested. Alright, so I don't think it's going to be the next one. Never. My job ain't to entertain you, nerd burger. And? Easter's about Jesus, not about Theodore. It's blasphemy. Alright, I'll stop as soon as I get a shiny. What are we looking at? Hour 18. I expect you to sleep. 8:30. Don't worry, man. The shine's coming soon. I can feel it in my bones. Enough to make my system roam. Welcome to the new age. To the new age. Whoa, I'm active. I was watching a dude who opens stuff in Team Fortress. He was opening robo crates. You know, the ones that I was opening, trying to get one. He's got like 6 unusual hits. And one of them was robo active. The one you said was the best, the purple one. And he got a time door, which is one of my favorite. He is freaking so lucky, it's crazy. He also got a yeah, I do want a robo effect, but I'm not gonna pay $5 a crate. That's just too much. If anybody wants to donate them to the chat. I mean, not to me. Not to the chat, but to me. Don't give them to the chat. You gonna donate them to yourself? I had a friend who used to play the game with me. He used to play a lot of and he had a bunch of robo crates, and I said, you should give those to me. And he goes, I sell them on Steam sometimes. And I said, no, you should give them to me. And then he didn't for some reason. It's almost like they had value and use said value to purchase Steam games or something. Which is an unreasonable stance as far as I'm concerned. Right, Theodore? Okay, so I'll hop off as soon as I get a Rotom Brilliant spawn. It's a 3% chance. It's not a never situation. Brilliant spawn. Do you want to shine for me? And it's gotta be a Rotom Brilliant spawn. All of these stupid ugly Pokemon. Are you being a turd? Don't be a turd, Win. Don't be a turd. I'll do whatever I feel like. I paid for it. But there's a bunch left over anyway, so I don't use your crap. I thought that the Skittles were pretty stinking good. Usually we'd stay away from red occasion, and you know. It's got even a sour. It's got sour Skittle gum. You know, I have had them before, and you're right, they're not as good as the other ones, but they're not bad. I would not say that. Having fun fidgeting with the Rice Krispie treat. A pancake Rice Krispie treat is like Quaker rice cake. Almost got me there, Seismitoad, by spawning directly in my path. You underestimate my jukedness. Jukin' all around the country. Bumpin'. We gonna make a bumpin'. We've been jukin' all around the country. Brilliant spawn. It is more likely than shiny. But if we get a shiny or a brilliant spawn, then that will signal the end of the stream. We'll have to catch it first, though, if it's a shiny. Not the brilliant spawn, we don't care. It's just a little indicator, as some may say. Bro! Did you? Your Aunt Crystal was watching Thunderbolts last night. She didn't tell me it was bad, and she has messaged me since then, so I kind of doubt she may. Whoa, I'm stuck. I'm like up against the wall. I'm having an illusion, straight up confusion, driving me mad inside. I think it would be cool if a shiny appeared. I think I'd be alright with that. Like paste to me. It's pretty thin though. I need to turn on my noise gate because my mic's picking up all your nonsense you're doing in the background. Yeah, I don't remember how to do that. I messed up all my settings trying to fix the freaking YouTube. Why? We're gonna do that at 7:30 at night. I bet you liked Flashlight Empty. Shiny or a brilliant spawn. Shiny or a brilliant spawn, that is what we really want. Recluse marked Rotom in a fastball. One. I think it's about time. Eventually. Do you think they ever released a giant Rotom card like they have in those big sets? Because if they did, I could put pretty swag, I think. Even though the giant cards are usually not the most valuable ones, I'm pretty sure that you can play the giant cards. And you have a really super big plate. And then everyone's just annoyed around you because you're taking up way more space than everybody else. Big troll. It's like those one guys, remember? I told you about those guys. There was no deck limit to Yu-Gi-Oh! So they were playing decks with like 500 cards in them. Just to like troll, and they single-handedly made them change the rules to add a max deck because of them trolling. It's never happening, bro. I watch it. All the other versions of myself. Don't be a hater, my guy. Everybody has to start somewhere. Oh, there's a brilliant spawn. I don't like your attitude, so we're gonna go for 6 more brilliant spawns. Alright, well that's it for the stream, you guys. The brilliant spawn was not a shiny. It would have been a cool way to end it, though, if I was just like, see you later. You don't even get to see me catch it. Goodbye. Just kidding. You do get to see me catch it. And alright, just for the heck of it, though, let's catch it in a fastball and see if it has a mark. Or not a fastball, but a quick ball. It's similar, but different words. Ding. Now put your estimates in the chat. Do you think it will have a mark? Do you think it will be marked Recluse? Do you think mark? Markiplier will have the Markiplier mark. Five Nights at Freddy's mark. The moment of false. Dang, 3 bests and a no good HP. And no mark. So if you guessed that it had a mark, you were wrong. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, share, and hug your family. All the people that are watching, you don't know. They're just, you know, they're incognito. Okay?